A very good day to all my listeners all across the globe. Welcome back to my podcast, George Nathaniel, and this is George Nathaniel for each one of y'all. Well, as each one of my listeners know, my podcast is all about wellness, it's all about progress, and it's all about adding a meaning to our life. Well, 2024 is a wonderful year. We are all seeing a lot of good things happening. And most importantly, 2024 has been set as a progressive year for each one of us. So, in all my podcasts of 2024, we will only talk about progressive ways, not positive ways, but progressive ways. How we can scale newer heights, how we can overcome bigger challenges, and how we can set new landmarks for each one of us. Well, today I have the most common podcast or the most common topic of the entire world for every individual. The podcast is how to win. Well, everybody wants to know how to win. Everybody wants to win. And everyone does whatever it takes to win. Most succeed in the ways, well, most keep trying. But the best thing is, most of them keep trying and trying and trying and eventually succeed. But when we look at our podcast of how to win, well, I would say if you're looking to win, with all my years of experience, with all my years of failures, and with all my years of success, with all my years of working equally hard in terms of failure, in terms of success, I would say it's very, very important that we are precise in our methods. It's very, very important for us to understand what all factors are involved. It's very, very important for us to understand how much effort and what does it take to get there. So if we understand these few things, we will definitely be started on a very, very strong note. Well, there are times when we keep winning, and all these things don't really matter at all. The doubts only arises or the doubts only come up when we fail to get the better of failure. Well, when we fail to get the better of results is when all these doubts come up. So while we are winning, nobody ever has any doubts. While we are winning, we always feel we are following the right path. So all these doubts only come up when we fail. So what does it take to win? So how can we win? Well, over the years I've been trying to find that. And let me be precise, I'm still ongoing in trying to find the best results and how to win. But what I definitely do is to be on the right pathway. I believe if you're on the right pathway, you get somewhere. And while going on the right pathway, I have realized some very precise methods, some very precise practices, some very precise things that I feel that we can do in our day-to-day lives. We can do over all our efforts in our ongoing lives and make sure that we result. We make sure that we have better results. So what are the few things that I would say? I would say what is important is to practice doing things with an objective. So if we look at a winner, if we look at anybody who succeeded in life, you see he's always had an objective in mind that yes, I want to succeed. I want to achieve something. And whenever we look at failure, don't look at failure straight on. Look at failure in a way in what you have won while you have lost. This is something that is very difficult, but we need to see what we have won in that loss. And most importantly, understand life is no compromise. Till the clock ticks, we need to make sure that our contribution matters. No matter whatever our age, no matter whatever our achievements, no matter wherever we are in life. So these are very basic things that we can adapt, very basic things that we can do. So when we look at our personal lives, our professional lives, our contribution across lives, there are a lot of questions that come in. A lot of questions that we want to see. We want to see where we are, what we've done, how much we've achieved, where all we can go, when we need to start. But At the end of it, what's important is to understand how independent we can keep getting over time. And when we start realizing this, we would understand that yes, we are on a winning way and we are getting into winning habits. So, when I say winning habits, what are the things that I would say? Well, we must learn to see two things. And what I mean by see two things is we need to understand coexistence is very important. We need to understand what is the method and what it takes to deliver. And remember, if something is there, it's supposed to be useful. So if we can use the best resources, we definitely have something to support us. So next, what we need to understand is what drives us. What has been a companion in our own lives, in our personal goals, in our personal achievements. Definitely we have a companion. The companion could be maybe a skill. The companion could be our mental strength. The companion could be our ways of keeping on persisting in whatever we want to do. So we need to find the best companion in ourselves. And then what we also need to understand is what are the alternatives or what are the options. So whenever we achieve something, is it a single goal or are there multiple goals that we are winning across or achieving? So definitely there are multiple goals which we never realize in life. So maybe while achieving those goals, we may have maybe raised our own benchmark. We may have learned a new skill. We may have done something that's very, very different. So I would say if you're looking at how to win, well, to me, how to win is very simple. Look at it the other way around. Which means if WIN is win, look at it the other way around. What are the efforts that goes in to win? So if you look at it backwards, it's NIW. So NIW for me is needs intervention with. So if you have a goal in mind, if you're working towards a goal, you're working towards scaling over something, achieving something, setting a landmark, working alongside somebody, whatever you're involved in. When you're looking at win, look at it the reverse way around. What needs its intervention? At that point of time, in that particular situation, that particular circumstance, with that kind of resources, what needs intervention with? And if you are able to find that, you will definitely be on the way to start winning more. And definitely that gets you involved. So if you're involved in something and if you be involved in something, you will definitely result. So I always give you a two-liner in all my podcasts. So out here, there's no two-liner, there's a real life meaning. So win is a WIN, is win. But to get to a win, we need to work hard. So look at it the other way around as in a NIW. So NIW for me, I'm repeating it once again, it's needs intervention with. So whatever you are doing, whatever you are involved in, what needs intervention? Be involved to get results. So when we look at our own personal goals and when we look at our professional goals or contribution, and in all my podcasts I talk about key takeaways. Well, out here the key takeaways are very, very simple. It says secure your grounds. The moment you understand what needs intervention, you will secure grounds. The moment you understand what needs intervention, you'll find the ways, you'll adapt to habits. The moment you understand what needs intervention, you will start moving on. And nothing will stop you. You will win more by giving more efforts, by giving your best efforts, by giving in what actually needs requirement at that particular hour of the time. So listeners, wherever you are, all across the globe, whatever age you are, wherever you are in life, no matter how much you have achieved in life, whatever, life is a challenge. We always get challenges in any part of our life, any time of our life, any segment of our life, in fact, throughout our life. And we all want to win. So if you want to be on winning parts, look at it the other way around. I'm repeating it time and again. Listen to it again. It is WIN is the win. Now when you look at win the other way around, it's NIW. Needs intervention with. Be involved to result. So I hope you like listening to my podcast. I like all my listeners know, I keep my podcast very simple. I keep it very generic because my podcasts are just supposed to highlight a few ideas. My podcast is just supposed to give you a little bit of eye openers. And that's because each one of us or each individual has his own goals. Each individual has his own landmarks. Each individual is working by their own strengths and by their own weaknesses. So these are just key pointers to help you along your way. These are key pointers to push you up faster. So I like talking about all these things time and again. And listeners, I hope you like listening to my podcast. I also have my blog website which is called georgenathaniel.net. You can come in, listen to my podcast or read my blogs which are totally different. My blogs are also available across all platforms. You can go in, listen to it, subscribe, share. I would like to have more requests coming from listeners to talk about subjects that they want me to talk about, talk about experience shares, talk about anything. For me, life is about sharing the best experiences. Life is about helping someone grow faster in life. And if I can help someone better their life, if I can help someone move a new landmark, I feel I've achieved something in life. I think the same, if each one of us try to incorporate the same method, the same practice, the same way of looking at life, then we'll all be winners in life. And we would never talk about a topic such as how to win because everybody will be winning. I hope you like listening to my podcast today. Thank you so much. This is George Nathaniel. Wishing each one of y'all a wonderful time ahead and keep sharing happiness, keep sharing wellness all across.